Okay, welcome to another episode of Tailor Made Rides, and today I have a list. The goal is to get this back on the road. It's been months since this thing has seen any sort of pavement. The engine's in, trans is in. We have a tiny list. Not really, it's fairly decent, but it's all small stuff, all the little stuff that needs buttoned up. Install the starter, which is already in there. We just got to tighten out the bolts with the cable, header bolts, coolant, drive shaft bolts, add gas and oil. Prime the engine, things like that. Little stuff that does take a little bit of time, but the majority of it is done. So we're gonna start at the top, work our way down, and see how much we can get today with the hope of firing this bad boy up. Stay tuned. Okay, what I'm gonna be putting on first is our starter wire, along with the 2 bolts that hold the starter in. This one's new. I know it's black and it's a positive one. We're gonna run anyway. It's in pretty good shape. It was replaced last year, so we're gonna run it. It'll work perfectly, and we'll keep going through. So first off is the starter. Let's get that in. I know it's a mess, and it's something I'm working towards, but for right now, things are gonna have to, it's cosmetics kind of at this point. So we'll see what happens. And that hits the header, so that won't melt at all, right? No, that'll melt. How did I run this before? It's close, but I think that might work for us. All right, I'm gonna tighten it up, move on. Okay, so starter wire is in. Our next thing on the list is header bolts. Now, I have a couple in already that you can see right down here, but I have brand new bolts for both sides. And I want to make them look nice. This is kind of what the engine's looking like, and I want to make it look pretty good. So we're going to go ahead, stick all new bolts in this. I'll show you when I get it done. All right, don't look at the mess. I know the shop or the garage is atrocious right now, but we have our header bolts. Oop, install starter. That's, well, you get the point. Header bolts are done. I'm gonna skip coolant for now. I'm gonna do the drive shaft bolts next. We'll do the coolant, gas, engine oil, all that kind of at once. We're gonna keep working our way down. Drive shaft bolts are next. All right, so drive shaft bolts are in. Took a little bit longer than expected, is what it is. I'm going to now skip, like I said, skipping the gas, engine oil. We're gonna skip the trans fluid. Dipstick gasket. I wasn't able to get one yet, so we're just gonna, I have the dipstick, we're gonna put that in. Not a huge deal. Prime engine, not yet. Drill self-tapper, so this is what I have for that. There's a hole from pre-existing owner right there. This is kind of a little fuse spot for the Holley Sniper EFI I have on. I'm gonna try and tie that guy up in line, make it look a little bit better. Also in the cab for the gas pedal, I have to drill that down as well. So good, stay tuned. We'll get that in. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, a couple burnt fingers later. Gas pedal is in. I think I need to work on a little grease on the bottom there. It's been dry for a little bit. Come up here to the engine side, and we'll look at our little fuse relay spot. Again, not perfect. Trying to clean it up. You can see we got some miscellaneous wires. I actually installed a new alternator wiring and engine wiring, so I'm dealing with what do I need from the old one versus the new. Kind of a mess right now. So once we get it running, I'll hook the multimeter up, figure out what's hot, what works, what can I delete basically. But this is kind of the setup we're at right now. Keep rolling through. What is next? We have gas pedal, so we got vacuum line. Hit that one next. Okay, jump scare. The air cleaner's off. Sit down there, you can see all the wiring, and it's a mess, but this is kind of all the wiring that they give. If you've ever done a Holley kit, there's not a lot of room here. This cable just goes, there's less than a foot, so it's not like there's a ton. Luckily, that's pretty big. If you run a smaller air cleaner, it'll be exposed, but our line comes out of the distributor, vacuum advance, goes into our T up there, and again, when this air cleaner's on, it'll hide a lot of this, and I tried to keep it away from the intake. Some of it'll touch, but I think we'll be okay. Also, that's the David Freiberger spark plug wire loom thing. So it's coming together. another thing off the list. Just crossed off our vacuum line. We're gonna double check our valve cover bolt, throw a new filter on. That one's got low miles, but when I blew the head gasket out of this side, you can see the copper color sticking through. I didn't change it when I rebuilt it yet, or put the new top end on, so I wanna make sure it's fresh. So I have, because that oil had a lot of coolant in it. I've got 2 new ones up top, factory Ford Motorcraft stuff. We'll take that off, throw a new one on. I'll check all the valve cover bolts, and I'll keep rolling through it. Okay, so valve cover bolts are all tight. Oh my goodness. Holy hell. Oh. Oh. Must have had my peaches that day. This is gonna leak everywhere, I bet. Oh, not too bad. Okay. Yeah, you can see, hopefully, see that oil's a little bit, yeah, it smells kind of like coolant. It's not great. So, fresh one, brand new. Put a little oil on that seal. We'll change it out. We're good to go. Everybody's happy. Get that cleaned up like this. Okay, so valve cover bolt check, good. Some of those were on this side a little bit loose. Keep in mind, fellas and ladies, when you tighten down valve covers, you don't have to get them super tight. Otherwise you'll bend it and it'll leak and leak and leak. Then you gotta pull the whole cover off, hammer them flat. Snug is basically what I've always done. Okay, oil filter, good. Carb stud. So what I'm missing, you can see it right back there, is one stud, and I have a new one. I just have to find it. So I'll find that guy, we'll bolt him up, and then we're doing our shifter. So we'll keep rolling through it. I'll find that stud. Oh, I found him. Right here. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Okay. That might not make it in the camera video. All right, as you can see, back there, our carb stud is good to go. I'm actually gonna double check our linkage. Oh yeah, wide open. So that's the factory Ford F100 linkage. Hooked right up. This guy, all 4 are in. And let's see what else we got. So valve cover bolt, oil filter, carb stud, trans shifter. Not looking forward to that. I also have a TV cable. Possibly put him on. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll keep rolling. Okay, this is what we're working with, and it's supposed to be straight. And I hate to admit it, I even cut myself coming on out of the truck. Yeah, when I was putting the engine in, I was kind of by myself. Had a couple buddies, but mostly by myself. It tested the tensile strength. So I've got to figure out a way to possibly bend this back. I don't know. We'll see if I can. Maybe. Probably not. Ouch. Nope. Nope. Come on. I'm gonna have to get creative. Looks like a 2x4 you'd get at Home Depot, but I've been going to the gym recently, just kind of Supermaned it back down, and that's what we got. No, I didn't really Superman it. I definitely stuck it in the trailer hitch of the Jeep out there, and then kind of did one of those numbers. I'll test fit it quick, see what we got going on, throw the cotter pin back in. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, cross that tunnel when we get to the bridge. So, see what we got. All right, so what I didn't add to the list was this ground cable. I have a spot on the front of the block here. I'm going to hook him up, ground him out, and I'm actually gonna hook this guy up, and it goes in front of the engine. So I'll get you in here, show you what we got. So that's our ground spot. He's gonna come out. I put him in there just so I remember where he goes, and then I'll run over to the battery. So we'll take that out, clean it up really nice. Again, whoops. Here's our ground. Clean him up a little bit, stick him on. We'll be one step closer to firing this thing up. Ow. I don't know why I thought that would work. Ow. You know what? Just clean this thing up. Okay. Yeah, that looks like a great spot to ground the engine from. Definitely gonna have no issues there. None whatsoever. Why would we? We'll see if that works. My feeling is probably not. Maybe? Is that good? Okay. Ugh. Sure, it's on there. Let's see what happens. So, come to find out, my multimeter is dead, so I'm just gonna touch the two together. Oh, no, we're good. It's hot. Okay, battery should be operational. Okay, one of the things I've been putting off is transmission cooler lines. I hate putting those on, especially the ones on this truck. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Bite the bullet, rip the Band-Aid off, put those in. Then I think I have to run to town and get some gasoline for this, because right now it's bone dry. We'll prime the fuel pump, make sure we're getting fuel up there. We'll put some coolant in it, and we'll put some engine oil in it, obviously. Transmission fluid, we'll top it, everything off, double check everything, give it a big once over, and then first fire. It does have open headers at the moment, so this should be pretty loud. Now, I think it'll affect the O2 sensor a little bit, and by a little bit I mean probably a lot, because there's no pipe. About an inch, O2 sensor comes in, it's about an inch, and then there's just air, atmosphere. So it'll probably run like shit. Probably won't run at all, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Nah, it might run. We'll see what happens. These were the trans cooler lines I was talking about. I hate these things. Yeah, I've always been wanting to replace these since I've had the truck. It's just never had the right time. Now would be a great time, ideally, but we're gonna throw them in, get this thing back on the road. Is what it is. Stay tuned. Okay, so those lines are in. I'm gonna go to the store right now, get our gasoline. I already have engine oil over there, Rotella. I have trans fluid. I am going to prime the engine when I get back and then clean up a little bit so that way it's not such a mess. Push this thing outside and we'll see for our first fire what we have. I did hook this up and I heard the fuel pump click on for half a second and then it shut off. So I probably blew a fuse or burnt something up. I was being a little bit, I was rushing things. But that's okay. We'll push it out. We'll do it. I'll double check our firing order too. I just want to make sure that's good. And it should fire up and run pretty darn good. I hope. Stay tuned. We'll hop in the old trusty Jeep and hit the road. All right. I have Newt same day. Just ran to town. I have 5 gallons of gas, coolant, water. Now, I did try and get distilled, and I was like, purified's close enough, right? Doesn't have the minerals and stuff that you want to avoid. Well, I didn't read the fine print. Minerals added. So now I probably have extra. Should have just used a garden hose. But we're gonna go ahead and start filling the vehicle up with fluids. I have the dipstick in, add engine oil, try and prime it, see if we get any fuel from the tank up with the pump. go ahead and do all that fun stuff, and we'll see what happens. So stay tuned, just kind of see what goes on. I'm nervous. They got this bendy one. It does all sorts of stuff. Okay, so it's been a little bit. I actually took the whole housing off here where I think it was leaking, and I put a new gasket in. I put some Permatex on it. We're gonna let that sit before we add any more coolant. I'm going to now add engine oil to this, and I'm going to add some Lucas high zinc break-in oil. This engine has been broke in already. There's nothing new in it besides head gaskets. It's got different heads. No, I think it's got different heads on it. I don't quite remember. But we're gonna add that, and then I've got some Rotella T4. I like to add 1540. Yes, because of Vice Grip Garage, and second, it's a lot cheaper, and it works out pretty. Oh, I just made a mess. Pretty good. Let's do that guy right there. We'll see what leaks out on this side of things. Okay, so I'm going to now add my Lucas here. I need to clean all this crap up. There's too much of it. Getting ahead of myself. So far, I'm not seeing any visible leaks, hugely at least. Huge leaks. I'll let it dry fully, and then I'll just run some RTV up the side. Not a great fix. Whatever, gets us on the road. Oh, does it get everywhere? No, I am lucky. Okay. So that's 7 quarts. It says 7 or 8 after rebuild with fluid in the torque converter. So we'll run lower because it's easier to add than it is to fill. Got 1 left. I got more left, and I got like 4 more in the house. So, I guess it's time to add gasoline, see if our fuel lines leak. All right, I do want to see if it'll turn over. So, I think I am going to why is there coolant up there? Oh, you know what? That's what I should do. Just check our, put more coolant back in this thing. I should. Probably not. See if our lights. We'll see if our thing comes on for the computer control in a second. Let me add this to it and let's watch it leak again, because I don't have much confidence in it. So far, nothing. Let me go see if our data screen is on. Our screen does come on, which is positive. Not seeing any leaks yet. I'm gonna go refill this, one of the jugs, with some water, and I'll be right back. Okay, back with the fresh, just regular sink water. Unfortunately, I don't have. Okay, got some nuts for my job here. Those are on, those are on. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. Park. Let's turn the key so that way our screen here comes on. And I've never done this, so see what happens. Let's see, wizard. Select sniper type. Oh, heck. What do I have? I forget. Look at the box. Okay, I'm back. So I have my options are 5. Select my system type. I think it's just that first one. That's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, next. Number of cylinders, 8. Engine displacement, 390. Hello. Close. Oh, that is sensitive. Oh, 390. Next, target idle speed. What do we want? It says 850 in the book. I don't think I want that high. I think I want 800. You know, we'll do 790. I don't know. Oh, wait, what was that? Engine displacement 390. Target idle speed. Oh, wait. Target idle speed. Okay, we'll put it at 850 then. Wow, this is not. Okay, target idle speed 850. Next. Stock or mild cam. It's got a hot cam in it, but I'm not sure of our specs right now, so we're gonna do stock, mild. Next. Power type, none. Or I don't have an additive. Coil, no timing control, because I'm just running that HEI distributor. Oop, and I hit start. Oh, I heard a click. Please cycle the ignition to complete the operation. Okay. If you do this, turn the key off. I'm not hearing the fuel pump. Why? Why am I not hearing the fuel pump? Okay. My key is off, but the still on. Did I blow something? Okay, so I'm an idiot, and to start something you need a negative cable. I forgot to hook mine up, so it was getting late at night. So this is the old one. So you can see it's kind of short. I have a new one here. It's the same night, just kind of we went out for dinner and went swimming actually. But here's our new one. You see it's considerably longer and it's going on the block over there. So let's attach it, kind of mock it up because I think.
Just gotta pull that bolt. Looks like a half, maybe 5/8.
What's that sound? Those be grunting.
No.
Okay, so it's not going to start yet, I think. Check for leaks.
Here, start it again.
Holy cow!
I think it might be ready.
It might be ready,
Dude.
Oh shoot!
I think it might be.
Oh shoot!
I think you can start it.
Okay. All right. Oh, is this one hot? All right. Camera rolling. Okay, ready? So that was me turning it off.
So you were able to
I'm
turn
gonna do
it
it
off.
one more time by key. On. Yeah. Oh, so it worked one time. Okay, so it is officially a new day, and last night I was here about 11 o'clock or so. We were trying to get it started, and we turned the key. The engine would spin over fine, but then it wouldn't stop spinning. You could take the key out and it would still go until you disconnected the battery. We did some poking around in there, and even though the starter solenoid is new, I am thinking that it's got an internal short or an issue with it where it doesn't cut the power off. We have even, all of our wires are correct on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and run and get a new one. They're pretty inexpensive. We'll toss that in, see what happens, and then I'm gonna clean the garage today. Before we get any farther in, we wanna make sure we have a nice, clean, safe working space, especially if something goes wrong. I need to be able to find tools or pull something out. So that's the goal for today, and stay tuned. I'll keep you updated as we go. All right, I have the new guy here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw him in, see what happens. I will say that that one is a cheap Amazon buy, and I did accidentally basically remove one side, one terminal. That may have something to do with it. I'm not sure. I am firing the parts cannon just a little bit. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that is in. I think I have it wired correctly. I did leave this one off. I want to see what it does. Battery's on. I'll hook the camera up or hook it up to the stand. We'll see what it does. I don't want to start right now. I want to just crank and then stop by the key at least a couple times to make sure that this is working. See if that guy was the problem. So we'll throw you up on the stand, see what happens. So that seems to work with the key now. Before, it would just keep running and keep cranking, and you could take the key out, wouldn't do anything. Now it looks like we actually have what we want. That's good. So I have to fix actually a fuel line here that's close to the header. It's actually touching, I think. I need to reroute that one really fast, which sucks because it's now primed, but is what it is. Then I guess we'll see if this thing can actually run and fire up. Well, it'd run halfway decent. Okay, here's the big moment. I know it's a little bit still of a mess. Fuel line is fixed, oil's in the truck, coolant's in the truck, transmission fluid's in the truck. I believe our timing is close. We'll see if it even fires up. We shut down, retry that. I think we're good. This is killable. Okay, I got my earbuds or my headphones on. It might be a little loud. So we'll go park. Okay, take two. I fixed it. I had, whenever I hit the key, I would lose 12 volts to the computer or the screen. So we have now 12 volts. We'll see what happens. Everything's flying everywhere. Type the key, park. Take two. I'm gonna try and time it as we go. intake here. I am not happy about that. Can't see it in the timing with the daylight. Wow, that is terrible. So there we have it. It's a runner. It is obnoxiously loud. It does not do justice over the camera, but this is probably the loudest vehicle I've ever had. Wow. It runs okay. It definitely needs some minor tuning, timing issues for sure. You can see it was idling down a little bit. I think I need to adjust that. I'm gonna check all the fluids over, everything, check the trans, will fire it back up. It does have, I totally forgot, it does have two massive exhaust or vacuum leaks right on the back where I took a couple boots off. But it runs, I'll fix those leaks, we'll see what it does after that, time it. But thank you for watching. It runs, I'm ecstatic, I don't know what to say. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Classic 65 Ford F100 with EFI, open headers. Back on the road.